leaving. She left me. But,
The band's recognizable sound has been molded by the turbulent relationship between Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. Their fiery beginnings, legendary partnerships, and heartbreaking breakup that rocked the music industry. However, the tale is not over yet. What was the actual cause of Lindsey Buckingham's 2000 exit from Fleetwood Mac? When will they come together for a final tour? Allow us to see how Lindsey Buckingham recently disclosed depressing information about dating Stevie Nicks. Early love. Stevie and Lindsey's relationship. Rock music was about to undergo a revolution thanks to a small but momentous encounter that took place at a Palo Alto high school in the late 1960s. When Lindsey and Stevie first met in Palo Alto High School in the late 19th century, they were both full of unrealized talent and aspirations that would soon rock the world of music. With his band Fritz, Lindsey, a talented guitarist with a beguiling smile and quick fingers, was already gaining recognition in the local music scene. He was enthralled with Stevie's golden hair and almost otherworldly vibe when he first met her. He requested her to become their lead singer, expressing both excitement and caution at the same time. Their unmistakable chemistry on stage captivated onlookers and left them wanting more. However, off-stage, they continued to be merely friends, blind to the deeper connection that was developing between them as they each pursued their own romantic interests. They made the decision to leave their cozy neighborhood and travel to Los Angeles at the beginning of the 19th century in order to pursue their common goals and aspirations of becoming well-known musicians. Their friendship would turn into a romantic relationship as a result of this audacious move. Their trip to Los Angeles was hampered by Lindsey's mononucleosis diagnosis, which caused them to postpone their plans by a year. Stevie's compassionate side came through during this trying period, helping Lindsey recover. Their closeness was deepened throughout this vulnerable time, and it set the stage for their romantic relationship. With great anticipation and enthusiasm, they ultimately landed in Los Angeles in 1932. They went on to become companions in life and music, Buckingham Nicks. Their self-titled debut album was a labor of love that showcased their vision and talent as a team. But soon, the brutal reality of the music business caught up with them, and their record label let them go. They persisted, taking on gigs as a session guitarist and working as a waitress, instead of giving up. Stevie and Lindsey went from being struggling artists to becoming international superstars when Fleetwood Mac's drummer, Mick Fleetwood, extended an invitation for them to join the band in 1994. The strong spotlight of celebrity put their relationship to the test, but they moved back in together with the intention of balancing their careers and romance. The iconic rock anthem-writing group Fleetwood Mac experienced personal upheaval and hardships in the early 1990s. Their common past and the ensuing friction between them drove their collaboration, resulting in the 1995 publication of their self-titled album. The band's place in rock history was cemented with the record, which shot to the top of the charts and brought them sold-out shows, interviews with the media, and devoted followers. But behind closed doors, the band's relationship was deteriorating as the strain of their celebrity started to negatively impact their interpersonal connections. Their most famous and intense record to date, Rumors, was the result of pressure to build on their success. Each tune on the album was painstakingly composed in the midst of their emotional turmoil, and it took them over a year to finish. Even with their relational fissures, Stevie and Lindsey were still able to communicate emotions through music that they were unable to articulate in their interpersonal relationships. Their performances gained depth and intensity from their shared past, which made the record a pillar of both careers. Fans and the music industry were in shock at the dramatic turmoil that befell Fleetwood Mac in February 1997. The band's 1998 split from Fleetwood Mac signaled the end of their love connection but the start of an intricate, enduring creative collaboration. Millions of people continued to connect with the band's music, and the record came to symbolize how beauty could come from chaos and how suffering could be transformed into art. Finally, Fleetwood Mac's Rumors album demonstrated the strength of their common past and the band's ability to continue making music in the face of personal adversity. The iconic rock group Fleetwood Mac was in disarray following the sudden departure of its longtime guitarist and creative force, Lindsey Buckingham. Buckingham filed a lawsuit against his former bandmates, citing breach of fiduciary responsibility, oral contract, and intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. The reasons for his leaving were initially undisclosed. The band didn't say anything, which led to more rumors about Buckingham's real motivations for leaving. In candid interviews, Buckingham disclosed that his longtime musical collaborator and ex-lover, Stevie Nicks, gave the band an ultimatum: either Buckingham leaves or she walks. The already complicated relationships within Fleetwood Mac were further complicated by this disclosure, which alluded to long-simmering tensions at the core of the group. However, the legal dispute was resolved by an out-of-court settlement. Both the band and its fans sensed a great emptiness in Fleetwood Mac as a result of the emotional fallout. Finally speaking up in September 2021, Stevie Nicks shared her thoughts on Buckingham's exit. She disclosed that the conflicts arose from a disagreement over tour dates, with the breaking point being when she accused Buckingham of acting disrespectfully during her acceptance speech at the MusiCares Person of the Year ceremony. Buckingham's conjecture regarding Nicks' possible return favor adds a fascinating dimension to their already complex past. He made the suggestion that their capacity to properly process their split may have been hampered by the unusual circumstances surrounding the album's development. They yet produced timeless music in spite of the pain, which is evidence of their tenacity and commitment. A new chapter could be ready to begin, with Lindsey Buckingham at the center of renewed rumors of a reunion. Following the untimely passing of Peter Green, the original founder of Fleetwood Mac, rumors of a reunion started to circulate. The late great drummer Mick Fleetwood made contact with Mick Buckingham after years of silence following this loss. This discussion offered hope for a future that many had given up on and hinted at reconciliation. Rumors about their potential reunion quickly spread among fans and industry insiders. The flames by raising the prospect of a last tour. The prospect of Fleetwood Mac setting out on a final grand expedition captured the imagination of fans all across the world, offering a unique opportunity to see rock history being created. Lindsey Buckingham expressed his willingness to go past his past in order to focus on the music they made together, so it appeared that he was receptive to the concept as well. But there are challenges in the way of a reunion. One of the biggest obstacles still facing Fleetwood Mac is the complicated dynamic between Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. These emotional challenges would have to be overcome in any reunion. The lack of communication between Buckingham and Nicks in recent years is another factor escalating the strain. It would need both a professional and a personal reconciliation to close this distance. Interesting considerations regarding the music industry and the significance of nostalgia are brought up by a possible Fleetwood Mac reunion. If Fleetwood Mac were to make a comeback, it would be more than simply another journey down memory lane in a time when many iconic rock acts have started their final tours. A real occasion, a moment of rock and roll atonement, would be a reunion. But it's crucial to keep in mind that a reunion is still purely hypothetical at this stage. Fleetwood Mac's soulful vocalist and keyboardist Christine McVie went solo in 1994 and 1998, exhibiting her unique songwriting skills. Her 1998 duet CD with Lindsey Buckingham further exemplified the creative chemistry between Fleetwood Mac members. Sadly, McVie died in November 2002, when he was 79 years old. In remembrance to her, Fleetwood Mac sang Songbird at the 2003 Grammy Awards. After the band's peak, rhythm player John McVie went his own way, proving that he could overcome personal hardship. His inspirational story is further enhanced by his 2013 fight and recovery from colon cancer. The band's name, Mick Fleetwood, is a fitting tribute to the towering figure's varied interests and enterprising energy. His commercial skill is evident in his forays into the wine industry and his restaurant, Fleetwood's on Front St in Maui. Their various pursuits and solo careers provide each member fresh depth to their artistic personas, enabling fans to view them not only as members of an iconic band but also as complex people with distinctive backstories. So viewers, for the next update please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.